College Algebra, Topic 2.4. We want to solve this by completing the square. Step 1 is to make sure the leading coefficient is 1. So I'm going to divide all this by 3. Now I have 1x squared minus 2x plus 4/3 equals 0. Okay, from there, now we want to remove the c, put it on the other side. So this will be x squared minus 2x equals negative 4/3. Now we need to fill in this space using b, half of b, and half of b squared. Okay, b is negative 2. Half of b is negative 1. And negative 1 when squared is 1. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So this gives us x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals negative 4/3 plus 1. Okay. Then we're going to factor this side into two binomials. We'll get x minus 1 times x minus 1. This adds together. Let's rewrite the 1 as 3/3. So now it'll be negative 1 over 3. Okay. Now these two will collapse into x minus 1 squared equals negative 1 all over 3. Okay. And we'll take the square root of both sides, and we'll have plus and minus here. This will give us x minus 1. Now, when we're taking the square root, we want to make sure that the denominator is a perfect square. So I'm going to multiply this on the inside by 3 over 3. This will give me plus or minus the square root of negative 3 over 9. So we can take the square root of the 9, but maybe not the 3. Or we can break the 3 into a negative 1 times 3. So at least the negative 1 can come out. So x minus 1 plus or minus. The 1 comes out, negative 1 comes out as an I. The 3 stays inside. And the square root of the 9 is 3. Now let's add 1 to both sides. And we get two answers here. X equals 1 plus I square root of 3 all over 3. And x equals 1 minus I square root of 3 all over 3. Next, this is not a quadratic, but it is in quadratic form. We can check that out by saying, let's let this middle term equal u, x squared minus 4. Then u squared would be represented by x squared minus 4 all squared. And this does represent the first term. So since this represents the middle term and this u squared represents the the u represents the second term, the u squared represents the first term, says that this is in quadratic form. So we're going to write it with all u's. U squared plus 3u minus 4 equals 0. And now we'll begin to solve the quadratic. U times u, and for 4, that'll be 4 times 1. And we'll make the 4 positive and the 1 negative. So we now have u plus 4 equals 0, and u minus 1 set equals 0. This implies u is negative 4, and this implies u is 1. Now I'm going to go back, now that I've solved for u, and make my substitution of x squared minus 4. So this will now be x squared minus 4 equals negative 4. This will be x squared minus 4 equals 1. When I add 4 to both sides here, I'll get x squared equals 0. The square root of both sides implies that x is 0. Here, I'm going to add 4 to both sides, and I'm going to get x squared equals 5. If I take the square root of both sides, I'll get plus and minus, and so I'll get x equals square root of 5, and x equals negative square root of 5. So this essentially has 3 answers.